Welcome to Royal Calcutta Turf Club for the first day of the Invitational races. First day of Saturday, 22nd of March 2024 race preview. The first race of the afternoon is the Coromandel Groma Million for maiden horses 3-year-old only to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. We got first runner coming up in race number 111, that's Hermes, the mount of S. Lane. This is from race number 111 where Hermes went over 1200 meters, was in fourth spot at the end of the home straight and eventually finished on fourth. The winner here was Trahela. Next up, we are looking at number 4, Marcolini. Couple of starts for Marcolini. In race number 69, finished on third behind Natural Grace. Then in race number 93, again finished on fourth behind Natural Grace. Was in first spot as they entered the home straight. Then when asked for an effort, dropped back and finished on fourth. It was the inside. The other two runners on this field is Donna Sienna, who's running here on debut, and Villanelle, who's running here for the first time in Calcutta. The second race of the afternoon, the Delhi Race Club Million for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. First up, we got Multistara. This is from race number 99. Multistara has had quite a few starts in this season, has not really placed in any of them. The start finished on 7th, was in 10th spot at the end of the home straight, gradually made some improvement down the center, as you can see in the blue and white jacket. Today, Multistara to be ridden by Imran Chisti. We got 4 runners which went up against each other. In race number 108, we had Rimmel, who took the turn in 5th spot and dropped back and finished on 9th. We had number 5, which was 26 Black, who was in 4th spot, took the inside passage and took charge into the last 200 meters and won that race rather impressively. The other runner we had was number 8, DRD. DRD was in 11th spot as they entered the home straight, made up a few placings and eventually finished on 8th. And we also had number 10, Whistleblower. Whistleblower was in 9th spot, made up 3 placings and eventually finished on 6th, and the winner was 26 Black. Number 3 is Zuma. Started the season with a win in race number 8. Since then, ran in the Classic in the Oaks, finished on 2nd. Then in over 2,400 meters, again finished on 3rd. In the last start in race number 101, was in 5th spot when asked for an effort. Started to accelerate and eventually got up and won the race by a length and a quarter, beating DRD into 2nd. Number 4 is Dragon's Gold, who's had 4 starts so far, has been 2nd in 3 of those 4 starts. Last start in race number 72 was in a forward position as they ended the home straight. Then there was a late surge by Life is Good, and DRD had to surrender the lead, finished on 2nd, almost 3 parts of a length behind. We move on to the third race of the afternoon, the Hyderabad Race Club Million for horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. First runner we are looking at is Bellator. Bellator had a start in race number 56 after racing mostly in Bangalore in the earlier season and in Pune. The start finished on 8th after racing in mid-punch in 3rd spot as they entered the home straight, then started to gradually drop back and finished on 8th. The winner here was White Roses, who won that race by a commanding margin of 5 lengths. Number 3 is Archway. Back-to-back winner Archway after having a couple of starts early part of the season where it finished on 4th and 3rd, then was in a winner in race number 85, and the run we are looking at is from race number 98 where Archway was produced wide of the track after taking the turn in 5th spot, then took charge into the last 50 meters and won the race by almost length and a quarter, beating all-time legend into 2nd. Number 4 is Perfect Blend, went over 2000 meters. This was from race number 106, was in 5th spot as they entered the home straight, then made up a placing and eventually finished on 4th. The winner here was Amber Knight, who won that race by 2 3/4 of a length. Number 6 is Prince Sabir. Prince Sabir came down from Bangalore, had a start in race number 99 where took the turn 11 spot and made up a placing and eventually finished on 10th. The winner here was Hall of Grace, who won that race by a long neck. Number 9 is Merope. Started the season with a win in race number 4, beating Clifford, then third in the 1000 guineas behind Longlease in the Oaks. Took the turn in 4th spot, then eventually dropped back and finished on 5th. A close 5th nonetheless, but the winner was Longlease. Number 11 is Clever Hans. Clever Hans has had 4 starts so far, placed in a couple of them. In race number 74 finished on 3rd, in race number 98 finished on 3rd. The start we are looking at is from race number 112 where Clever Hans took the turn in 8th spot, made up a few placings and eventually finished on 6th. The winner here was Artemis Ignatia, who got that race by almost 2 1/4 lengths. We move on to the 4th race of the afternoon, the Mysore Race Club Million for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. First, we got quite a few runners which went up against each other. This was from race number 105. Definitely the eye catcher was Remy Red, who took the turn in 2nd spot, then took charge and won the race by 7 1/4 lengths. We also had a Reta. Reta took the turn in 5th spot, made up a couple of placings and eventually finished on 3rd. We had number 6, Palcha. Palcha took the turn in 3rd spot, dropped back and finished on 8th. We had number 10, which is Tenderheart. Tenderheart took the turn in 7th spot, made a couple of placings, then eventually finished on 5th. We had number 13, Hellblazer, and number 14, Oh My Sweetheart. Hellblazer eventually finished on 6th, and Oh My Sweetheart took the turn in 8th spot and eventually finished on 4th. Number 7 is George Everest. George Everest has been had quite a few starts in the season, 4 starts to be precise. Last start took the turn in 7th spot. This was in race number 77. Then made a couple of placings and eventually finished on 5th. The winner here was Sporting Trainer, who came up with a late run and took charge, won the race by 2 1/4 lengths. Number 8, Maiden Heaven. Couple of starts for Maiden Heaven after coming down from Madras. Race number 79 finished on 5th behind Tess. Race number 86 finished on 7th after taking the turn in 6th spot. The winner here was Siana, who won that race by 3/4 of a length. Number 11 is Speculator. Speculator, the starters after coming down from Western India. First start it had was in race number 59, and what a start this was. Took the turn in 3rd spot, was handy when asked for an effort, was given a few cracks by jockey Pete Trevor, then took charge and won the race by going away from the field almost 3 lengths, beating Primo Victoria into 2nd. Number 12 is Tez. Had a start in race number 50 where it went over 2000 meters, was in 2nd spot, but weakened in the last 200 meters and finished on 3rd. In race number 79 went on a start to finish mission and kept on finding something and eventually had a length to spare to Tenderheart, won the race impressively. We move on to the 5th race of the afternoon, the Japan Cup for horses rated 81 and above, rated 61 to 86, eligible to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. We had 3 runners which took part in race number 113. We had Gazino, who eventually finished on 2nd after taking the turn in 4th spot. We had number 3, Siege Courageous, who was leading the pack and kept on finding something and eventually had a length and a quarter to spare. We had number 5, which was Vijaya Falcon, took the turn in 5th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 4th. You're looking at race number 99 where Hidden Gold was in 2nd spot and eventually finished on 2nd. We had The other runner was number 8, Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom took the turn in 7th spot when after an effort dropped back to placing and eventually finished on 8th. Hall of Grace, who took the turn in 5th spot, took charge into the last 200 meters and got into a ding-dong battle and eventually won the race by almost a long neck. Number 7 is Black Eagle. This run we are looking at is from race number 99. This was the second start for Black Eagle and a second win from the 2 starts. It was in 2nd spot, then into the last 200 meters, picked it up, eventually had a length and a half to spare to Clifford. We move on to the 6th race of the afternoon, the Zawarias Poonawalla Sprinters Cup Grade 1 for Indian horses 4-year-old and over, to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. First up, we're looking at Ascoville. This is from the Madras races in race number 158 there. Was on a start to finish mission, Ascoville, and eventually had a length and a half to spare to the late finishing Siege Courageous. Couple of runners. This is from race number 76. We had Cool Rider. Cool Rider was in 2nd spot and eventually finished on 2nd. And we had Time and Tide, who went on a start to finish mission and eventually completed a 3rd win for the season. Time and Tide, today ridden by P.S. John, as Time and Tide, and Cool Rider is today ridden by S. Zerwan. Couple of runners, Etosha and Golden Oak. This is from race number 94. This is Etosha's 2nd victory for the season. First up in race number 27, won over 1100 meters. This time over 1200 meters and absolutely blew the field away. Won that race by 4 lengths. Golden Oak was on a start to finish mission, then weakened slightly and eventually finished on 3rd. The start we are looking at is from the SG Giant Sprinters Cup, where 3 runners took part. Magaleto went on a start to finish mission in the hands of Suraj Neridu and had something in the tank into the last 50 meters and won the race. Yokin, which was chasing Magaleto all through the straight, eventually weakened slightly and finished on 3rd. And we are number 11, which is Democracy, who was in 4th spot, came up with a run and eventually just fell short by a length and a quarter and finished on 2nd. Number 7 is Siege Courageous. Siege Courageous, who had a start behind Escoville in the Madras season. This start we are looking at from the last start it had in Bangalore, over 1200 meters, went on a start to finish mission, and the jockey had almost 2 lengths to spare. That is Vivek G, who again rides Siege Courageous today. Couple of runners. This is from the Hyderabad season. That's Ashwa Morocco and O Hansini. O Hansini was in 7th spot and a late run for O Hansini and took charge and won that race by a length and a quarter. Ashwa Morocco was in 5th spot, also came up with a run and eventually finished on 2nd. Ashwa Morocco ridden by Hindu Singh, and O Hansini is the ride of Akshay Kumar. That's the lineup for the Zawarias Poonawalla Sprinters Cup. We move on to the 7th race of the afternoon, the Dr. M.M. Ramaswamy Chettiar of Chettinad Memorial Stayers Cup Grade 1 for Indian horses, 4-year-old Innova, to be run over a distance of 3000 meters. The first runner we are looking at is Diff. This is from the Bombay season, where Diff went over 2000 meters, was in 4th spot, then came up with a run and it gave a fright to Juliet, who was behind Diff, and Juliet had to really work hard to get the measure of Diff, and today the mount of P. Trevor is Diff. three runners. This is from the Queen's Cup, where Pizarro was on a start-to-finish mission and eventually surrendered the lead in the last 300 meters. Was took over by both Third Avenue and Trevelius. Third Avenue eventually prevailed by a long neck, and Trevelius finished on second. Number 5 is Chamonix. This is from the Mumbai season, went over 2,800 meters is Chamonix and was in second spot. When asked for an effort, started to accelerate, mostly hands and heels, and went away from the field, won the race by almost 6 lengths, beating a decent type in Golden Kingdom into second. Number 6 is Ruling Dynasty. This is from the Bangalore Derby, where Ruling Dynasty was in 9th spot and did not really get the run and eventually finished on 9th. The winner here was Jamari. Today, Ruling Dynasty ridden by Akshay Kumar. Number 7 is Truth. Is the Hyderabad Challenger. Truth was a winner in race number 88 in Hyderabad season and went over 2,000 meters. This is from the Derby, where Truth was in 6th spot, then came up with a very late run and eventually finished on second to Champions Way, who was a starter in the Invitation Cup, and Truth today ridden by Imran Chisti. That's the lineup for the Dr. M.M. Ramasamy Chettiar of Chettinad Memorial Stayers Cup. We move on to the 8th and last race of the first day of the Invitational weekend. That's the Calcutta Bookmakers Association Million. For horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1,100 meters. First up, we got 4 runners. This is from race number 3. We had Indian Tiger, who was in 3rd spot at the end of the home straight. Weakened slightly and finished on 4th. We had number 3, Mr. Perfect, who was in 5th spot, stayed on in 5th. We had number 6, Regency Gold, who took the turn in 10th spot, made up a few placings and eventually finished on 6th. And we had Sella Moore, who took the turn in 2nd spot, weakened slightly and finished on 3rd. The winner here was Zukor. Number 2 is Castillo. Castillo is to start from race number 104, where Castillo was in 2nd spot at the end of the home straight. Then Castillo kept on finding something and eventually finished on 3rd. The winner here was Sporting Trainer, who took the inside passage and absolutely rocketed through and won the race by a neck. Number 4 is Cosmic Cowboy. Cosmic Cowboy, after placing 2nd and 3rd in the first 2 starts respectively, last start Cosmic Cowboy was in 2nd spot, and this time Cosmic Cowboy was not to be denied, took charge into the last 100 meters and won the race by about 2 lengths, beating Soul Music into 2nd. Number 5 is I Smelled a Danger, was on debut in race number 78, and what a debut it was strongly fancied, was in 2nd spot, then took charge into the last 100 meters and won the race by a length and a quarter from the late finishing Blue Chip. Number 8 is Wink and a Smile. Couple of starts for Wink and a Smile after coming down from Madras. First start, race number 87, finished on 7th behind Swift Lady. The start we are looking at is from race number 5, where Wink and a Smile took the turn in 11th spot. When asked for an effort, dropped back and eventually finished on last of 12 runners. The winner here was Remy Red, who won that race by a widening margin of 7 1/4 lengths. Number 10 is Ready to Win. A start for Ready to Win after coming down from Western India. This was in race number 161, was in front as the end of the home straight. When asked for an effort, started to backpedal and eventually finished on 6th. The winner here was The Mentalist. This was from the previous winter season. Number 12 is Divine Chakra. This is from the previous winter season. Divine Chakra was in 5th spot. This was in race number 52, then weakened slightly and eventually finished on 6th. The winner here was Prosperous Prince. This was over 2,000 meters. The last runner for the day is Dubai King. Dubai King, what a start this was for Dubai King after switching base from Western India. This was in race number 97 and Dubai King was in 2nd spot when asked for effort, started to accelerate and left them standing and won the race by 6 1/4 lengths, beating Sun God into 2nd. So that's the lineup for the first day of the invitational races. See you at the races and best of luck.